The set of competencies that make up emotional intelligence are often referred to as the 5 pillars of EI. These are self-awareness, self-control, self-motivation, empathy, and social skills.
Self-awareness relates to one's ability to be aware of one's emotions as they're happening.
Jan really made me feel angry. I hate it when she talks to me like that, especially in front of colleagues. I felt humiliated, embarrassed.
Self-control means that once I've recognized an emotion in myself, I can actually manage it. So, for example, I might feel angry at somebody, but I can think, not a good move to express my anger at the moment. So I can control the impulse to react.
It's not the first time I felt like shouting at her, but whenever I feel my emotions taking over, I give myself some time to think before acting. I know that having it out with her in public would only reflect badly on me.
Self-motivation means that whatever's going on for me, I can have the persistence, the grit, if you like, to pursue my goals. It also means, to a degree, that I can actually plan.
When Deborah told me the news, I just wanted to give up. As account manager, I know it's down to me to find a new customer to fill the gap, which means a lot of cold calling, something I hate. I mean, it takes a conscious effort to not take rejection personally and to keep a positive frame of mind. I really like everyone in the team here, and I want us to stay in business. I want to keep my own job too, which is why I've created a plan to follow, a manageable to-do list to make sure I accomplish something every day. I've also arranged to make my phone calls here in the privacy of the meeting room rather than the open plan office. That way, if things start to get on top of me, well, no one else needs to see it. I don't want anyone else to worry.
Empathy is the ability to intuit or to experience what the other person is feeling. Now, of course, if I'm in conversation with somebody else, I never know entirely what they're feeling, but I can put myself in their place and have some empathy for them.
Hi, is everything okay? You seem a bit down.
Oh, no, I'm okay. I'm just glad to be heading home.
I imagine you're still feeling a little raw after your run-in with Jan earlier? For what it's worth, I thought you handled the situation well. I mean, I felt sorry for you. She shouldn't have spoken to you like that in front of me, or anyone for that matter.
I did look over the sections that I sent her, and there were some typos and grammatical errors. Jan had every reason to be annoyed, even though she overreacted. I'm just mad at myself for not spotting the mistakes before I sent them across to her, especially after I came in early this morning to meet the deadline.
Social skills are, of course, being able to navigate one's own social landscape. That might be at work, it may be in other areas of our lives. So, in other words, how to approach other people, how to interact with them, the ability to ask questions, the ability to listen well above all, and the ability to generally hold and maintain a relationship and fix it if it gets into a little difficulty.
And I hope you understand that yesterday I was under a lot of pressure and I was really stressed. When I found out that you had gone to lunch, I felt let down.
I don't think you know this, but yesterday I came in really early to make sure we met the deadline on time. I hadn't had a break all morning.
No, I didn't know that. I'm sorry. I didn't acknowledge all the hard work you have put in. You know, I only focused on the mistakes.